Hello, and welcome yet to another exciting episode here on the North Farms. My name is Ezekiel. If this is your first time coming across this channel, please do well to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. This notifies you anytime we post a video. And of course, to our old subscribers and returning subscribers, thank you very much for joining us on yet another exciting episode. So we are on the maize field again, where we planted some maize. Some time ago I showed you this maize. So remember I showed you some bracharia grass that we nest some time ago. So now they are about a feet high, and I think it's ready for transplanting. We can now transplant them to different areas so that they can multiply. So hay plays a very important role when it comes to rabbit farming, and you need to ensure that there's always constant hay for your animals. Hay plays a major role. Okay, so if you would like me to do an extensive video concerning hay, please leave your thoughts on the comment section asking me to redo the video on the hay. Okay, so but for now, I'm going to be showing you how we transplant the bracharia seedlings into different areas. So I'm going to be taking you through. I've prepared the land and I'm going to be planting it very soon, so I'll show you how I'm doing it here, so stay tuned. So this is what I was talking about. We planted it some time ago. It's about almost 3 weeks and it's ready for transplanting. So I'm going to be uprooting some and I'll be transplanting them at different areas. I actually did some, and this was how they responded, and they're responding very well. As you can see, they're growing very well. I did this for the first time to see how they were going to perform. As you can see, this one is sprouting a lot of shoots, and it's going to be big. As you can see, there are some over here too as well. So for today, I transplanted some. I did these. These were those I transplanted some few minutes ago, and I'm equally going to be doing some as well. So I'm going to be showing you how I'm doing it, and I'll show you how some are equally doing as well. Okay, so guys, we're in the next room, and this where I'm going to be transplanting the rest of the bracharia grass. I've prepared the land. As you can see, we planted some okra here, and the mounds were meant for cassava bar. Unfortunately, the cassava didn't grow, so make use of the little land you have, right? So that's exactly what we're going to do here. So as you can see, the land has been prepared, and these are some of the grass there that I have uprooted, and I'm going to lay them down in rows and columns. What I'm trying to say is that see this section here, I'm going to lay some here, then in the middle I'm equally going to lay some here, then when we come to this side I equally lay some up here, then at the edge here. So that's how I'm going to transplant them. So I'm gonna put some, lay them, then let you know what the next step will be. Alright, so our seedlings have been clearly laid out. As you can see, they've been laid out. So the next step would be to dig a hole, then we put them in. So now one thing you need to take note is that if you can see clearly here, we have 2 seedlings. We have 2, then we have 1. When you look at the length of this, you realize that it's very long, and it has the upper hand of growing very well. As you can see, it's very long. It's about 1 feet long. So when you are transplanting it and you realize that some are bigger than the rest, it's advisable to make sure the bigger ones, you just use one. As you can see, it's sprouting. It has other shoots that are coming up, so there's no need putting 2 seedlings in there. But for something like this, you realize that it's very thin and it can easily die. So you make sure you put about 2 in there. Just put like two in there. And for the holes too, we're going to create just a hole, something of this deep, not too deep. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put it in and we cover it up with our sand. Now when you're covering it up, please be careful because the stems are still very fragile. Make sure you don't overpress, but make sure the soil around the plant is compact. You know, it's the rainy season and at times it gets a bit windy, and you need to ensure that the plant is firmly in the ground so that when it's windy it's not affected in any way. Okay, so it has been properly transplanted. So that's what I'm gonna do to the rest of these. I'm gonna do the same, and as you can see, we still have some seedlings in there. Now one thing you need to take note is that you need to be make sure you transplant these seedlings in time that making sure that the soil is wet. Like, I'm just simply trying to tell you that transplant them in moist conditions to make sure that the soil is wet. As you can see, it's very wet. We had some rain yesterday, and it's good for transplanting. The weather is still very dim, so it's even there's even a probability that we might still have some rain. So, and if in case you are planting it, let's say in the dry season, make sure after transplanting them you water your seedlings to make sure they don't dehydrate, because if they do, they won't germinate, they are going to die. Okay, so that's just something I need to draw your attention to. Alright, so as you can see, we are done with the rest of the transplanting, and they've been laid out in line like I said. So I used the rake to level up the line. This to prevent water from lining certain parts of the land. Bracharia grass, they don't require much water, so when they get too much of water, they are going to die. Okay, so that was the reason behind me trying to level up the land to make sure the water spreads out evenly. So for the rest, I think I'm going to prepare another place and I'm going to transplant them to at that particular place, but for now I'm still going to leave the rest of the seedlings in the seedling bed. For our next step, it will be to apply fertilizer. It could be organic or inorganic, but for us here what we have is organic, so basically that's what we're going to be using. So I think that will be in the evening. I'll make sure I come back, then I apply fertilizer. If you want to see the full potential of bracharia grass, it's advisable to make sure there's enough fertilizer for it, and of course there's water as well to make it to grow faster. At least that's what I've observed so far since I've started with this grass. So please be sure to make sure there's enough fertilizer for your bracharia grass to grow. Alright, so let me show you what our final so this is what I have for you, and as you can see, they are doing very, very well. So these are about 2 weeks old. I transplanted them 2 weeks ago, and now look at them, look at how they are doing. This tells you how fast these grasses can grow. They can grow very, very fast. These are about maybe 1.5 feet long. As you can see, this one, it has grown several shoots, and now it's going to be big. Same to this one as well. So guys, if you have access to these seeds, please go ahead and use them. It's going to benefit you a lot. Harvesting hay from the wild is it's something that is good, but one thing you need to know is that it's not reliable, as in they are only available during the rainy season, at least for us here. That's what we've realized. They are only available for us during the rainy season. So the best you can do for yourself is to acquire these seeds, nest them, look for a place that you think would be suitable for them. Mostly these grasses do well in almost all types of soils except clay soil, because they don't do very well in waterlogged places. So if you have access to them, please go ahead and acquire these seeds and nest them and use them for your farm to feed your animals. It could be goat, sheep, cow, any. Even grass cutters feed on them as well. So it's a multi-purpose grass. So you need to acquire this for yourself. It's going to help you a long way. Of course, this is drought resistant. It contains about 12% crude protein, which is very, very good. And of course, it's about 80%. It has 80% digestibility. This tells you that when they are fed to your animals, 80% of it is going to be digested, and it's going to reflect in the animal's hoof. So please try and acquire these seeds for yourself. I acquired mine from Mr. Fred, farming in Africa. His farm is called Sementia Farms. Please go ahead and search on it. I think I'll find a link and put it in my description if you want to check out his channel as well. So guys, hope you found this video helpful. Be sure to give us a thumbs up if you did, and share it to family and friends who have interest in farming as well. Leave your thoughts in the comment section if you have any, and I'll do my best to reply to all of them. Alright then, till you see me again, it's a goodbye for now.